The hall was bright and beautiful. Golden ribbons hung from the ceiling. Soft music played in the background. Balloons floated in the corners. It was a baby shower. Rebecca stood quietly, clapping and smiling. Her friend Sade was celebrating her second baby. Yes, her second. And Rebecca had planned everything. Every flower, every color, every small detail had been her work. She was the best event planner in town, and everyone knew it. But as Sade opened one gift after the other, thanking everyone, something in Rebecca's smile began to fade. She looked at the balloons, the cake, the tiny clothes on display. She forced another smile. When will it be my turn? She thought. That question stayed in her heart as she walked into her house that evening. She dropped her bag on the table and sat on the couch, quiet. Still, her eyes were empty. Just then, one of the housemaids came out from the kitchen, carrying a tray of hot food. But when she saw Rebecca seated like that, legs crossed, back straight, eyes fixed on nothing, the maid said nothing. She turned quietly and walked back to the kitchen. She had worked in that house long enough to know Rebecca didn't want company. After some minutes, Rebecca stood up slowly and walked to a small room at the end of the hallway. She opened the door and stepped into a nursery. Soft yellow curtains, painted cartoon characters on the wall, shelves with stuffed animals, a tiny white crib. There were flowers in a vase. In another one, a brand new baby bath untouched for years. Rebecca walked in and picked up a small baby top. She held it to her chest and smiled. Just a little. Her eyes became wet. For 6 years, she had been waiting. For 6 years, she had walked into that room every day, decorating, praying, dreaming. For 6 years, her womb stayed silent. That night, while lying beside her husband Timmy on their king-size bed, Rebecca got up to pee. Are you okay? Timmy asked in a sleepy voice. Oh, darling, I'm fine. I just want to use the restroom. She walked to the bathroom. Moments later, a scream came out. Timmy! He rushed in to see her on the floor, staring at her hands. There was blood. Again. Another miscarriage. Rebecca burst into tears. Timmy picked her up and held her tightly. I can't do this again. I'm tired. No. Timmy, don't hold me. Leave me. What did I do wrong? Why is God punishing me? I've done everything. Oh, no. Let me kill myself. I just want to kill myself. No, Timmy, leave me alone. Timmy didn't say much. He just hugged her and wiped her tears. Baby, it's okay. It's going to be okay. It's okay, he said softly. But even he wasn't sure anymore. For the next few days, Rebecca stayed on bed rest. The house was quiet. Everyone walked slowly. Even the housemaids didn't speak unless it was necessary. Rebecca stayed in her room, looking at the ceiling, wondering if her time would ever come. After resting for a few days, Rebecca returned to work. She wore a dark blue dress and black heels. Her face looked sharp, and her steps were firm. There were still bandages on her wrist from the drip, but she didn't want anyone to pity her. She had events to plan. Clients were waiting. She had to move on. As soon as she settled into her office chair, she picked up the intercom and pressed the button. Pat, come to the office now, she said. A few minutes passed. The door opened, but it wasn't Patricia, her secretary. It was another junior staff named Lovett. Rebecca frowned. Where is Pat? Lovett stammered. Good morning, ma. I did not ask you to greet me. Where is Pat? Ma, Patricia had an emergency, ma. Her daughter is sick. The doctor asked her to come immediately, ma. Rebecca didn't say a word. She just stretched out her hand and took the file from Lovett. Tell her to see me the moment she steps into the office, she said coldly. Yes, ma, Lovett replied and quickly left. Later that afternoon, Pat walked into the office. She stood at the door, looking tired and scared. Good afternoon, ma. Rebecca didn't look up from her computer. Where were you? Ma, I'm sorry. It was an emergency. My daughter was running high fever. The doctor said... Rebecca raised her hand. I'm not interested in stories, Pat. She looked straight at her. Do you not have a husband? A mother? A neighbor? Somebody else that would have gone? Pat was silent. If you were living abroad, or we had an event abroad, would they let you leave work just like that? Pat shook her head. This is a company, not a playground. You left your duty post and you know our policy. But ma, I'm very sorry. It's not... Excuses. Sometimes I wonder how you graduated. How did you even pass? How did they let you leave the university without common sense? Please get out of my office now. The next day, salaries were paid. Pat opened her phone and checked her alert. A large part of her salary had been removed. She didn't ask questions. She already knew. Everyone in the office knew. If you made a mistake, big or small, your pay will feel it. Pat closed her phone. Her eyes were red, but she said nothing. A few weeks later, one evening at home, a couple called Mr. and Mrs. Okafor came to see Timmy. They were members of their church. Their daughter had just gained admission into the university, but they didn't have enough money to pay her school fees. They came to beg Timmy for help. He listened, nodded, and promised to assist. Rebecca was in the other room when she overheard them talking. She didn't come out. She didn't say anything. But the next morning, she made a phone call. Hello, manager, she said. Oh, good morning, ma'am. The manager answered. No matter what happens, do not release any money from our joint account. I don't care what my husband said. But ma, he already gave instructions. I just told you what I want. Don't argue with me. Block all transfers from that account. My husband is not a Father Christmas. The manager kept quiet. Okay, ma, I hear you. That weekend, Mr. and Mrs. Okafor stood at the bus park waiting for the school bus. The driver was ready to go, but they had not received any alert. They called Timmy. Oga, sir, we have not seen the money, they said, almost crying. Timmy was surprised. What do you mean? I gave the orders 2 days ago. The couple sounded sad. Sir, you know what? Thank you for your help. Maybe we should go. The boss is already leaving. No. Wait there. I'll fix this. He quickly sent money from his personal account. The couple got it, thanked him, and took their daughter to school. When Timmy got home that evening, he called Rebecca. Why did you block the money? Why, Rebecca? Rebecca didn't waste time. Because I don't understand why you are always feeding the whole world. But they need help. Their daughter just got into school. That same daughter who walks around looking like a prostitute. She doesn't even greet me. Very rude girl. Very rude. Even when I call her in church, oh, Amaka, how are you? She just look at me and pass. Timmy frown. You shouldn't speak like that about people. Maybe she greeted you and you didn't hear. Oh, of course. You will say I'm deaf. No, you just tell me I'm deaf. I'm using ear aids, right? I know. For that Christmas. Thank you. Rebecca, you need to calm down. They only needed help. Please, if you don't have anything to say, just leave me alone. I've told you my mind. Timmy stood up, picked up his car keys. We don't even have kids yet, and you're already giving away all our money. How are we going to take care of our own when they come? I don't get you sometimes. Timmy didn't reply. He left the living room quietly and went into the bedroom. The sun was high in the sky when Rebecca walked into her office. She wore a clean white blazer with her heels clicking on the tiled floor. Her staff greeted her with smiles, but she didn't smile back. Everyone could tell today was not a good day. Rebecca had been waiting for a phone call, a big one. Her company had submitted a bid for a major event contract. If she got that job, it would put her company on the world map. All eyes would be on her. This wasn't just any job. It was the kind that changed everything. She checked her phone again, nothing. Then he rang. She picked it up. Hello. The voice on the line was calm. Good afternoon, ma. We're sorry to inform you that the contract has been given to Bliss Event Company. We appreciate your effort and your time, but we cannot work with you for now." The line went silent. Rebecca dropped the phone. She sat back slowly in her chair. Her hands were stiff, her chest tight. She didn't speak for a while. Bliss Event Company. That name, that one name made her blood hot. She had trained harder, worked harder. She deserved that job. She stood up, walked to the window and stared out at the road. Then she turned and picked up her phone. "Call Bola," she said to her assistant. Bola was someone who used to work closely with vendors, people who supplied decorations, chairs, food and lighting for events. Bola had connections and Rebecca knew how to use them. Later that night, inside her living room, Rebecca sat in a silk robe, swirling red wine in a glass. Her plan had started. Bola had reached out to some vendors that worked with Bliss Events. Many of them were easy to convince. "We will double your pay. You don't even have to leave them. Just delay some things, mix things up. You know how we do it. Nothing serious." Some of them agreed. Quietly, Rebecca also used another secret weapon, an anonymous blog. It was a well-known blog for honest reviews and industry news. It had over 2 million readers. No one knew she owned it. From that blog, she began to drop short articles. Can Bliss Events handle a job this big? Past mistakes may haunt Bliss Events again. Vendors report late payments from Bliss. The comments rolled in. People began to question the company. Rumors spread. And when the event day finally came, everything went wrong. The chairs were not enough. The food came late. The music failed. People were angry. The company that hired Bliss was embarrassed. Rebecca sat at home that evening, her feet crossed, sipping wine and watching TV. She smiled as the news came in. A major Lagos event ended in disappointment. Bliss Events under fire. She smiled. A few days later, her phone rang again. "Hello, is this Rebecca?" "Oh yes," she answered calmly. "This is Mr. Detayo from the firm. We're sorry, we made a mistake giving that job to Bliss. Please, ma, can you take over the event planning for our upcoming celebration? We are ready to double the payment. We know you will deliver." Rebecca smiled. "Send me the details. I'll get it done." She dropped the call, leaned back on her chair and closed her eyes. In her head, it wasn't wickedness. It was just business. Smart moves, sharp mind, just strategy. And to her, that was all that mattered. The event was one of the biggest Rebecca had ever planned. Every table had gold-rimmed cutlery. The lights were soft and warm. Big names from across the country were there. Politicians, business owners, and celebrities. It was the type of party that made people talk for months. Rebecca stood near the entrance, dressed in a fitted black gown. Her eyes scanning everything. Her face was calm, but her mind was sharp. This event had to be perfect. No mistakes. Then she saw it. A waiter, a young lady, talking to a guest near the drinks table. The guest looked angry. The waiter looked confused. Rebecca walked over with firm steps. "Good evening, sir," she said to the guest. "I deeply apologize. I'll handle it." The guest nodded and walked away. Without another word, Rebecca turned to the waiter. "Follow me." The young girl followed her into a small back room. The door shut behind them. "Who trained you?" Rebecca asked, her voice low. The girl stammered. Ma, it was a mix-up. He already ordered for the drink. I thought he wanted... Before she could finish, Rebecca gave her a hot slap. The girl held her cheek, shocked. "Do you know who you were talking to? That man is worth more than your whole life. How dare you raise your voice at him?" The girl started to cry. Rebecca walked closer. "Clean your face. Fix your clothes. Go back out there and serve quietly. If you ever mention what happened here to anyone, not only will you lose this job, you will never work in this industry again." The girl nodded slowly. She wiped her tears, straightened her apron, and went back out. 2 days later, Rebecca held a Zoom meeting with her team. Everyone was on the call. Event coordinators, planners, logistics, and a secretary, Pat. Rebecca's face appeared on the screen. "First of all, I am not happy," she said. Pat blinked, already feeling it in her stomach. "That waiter you brought, disaster. Complete disaster. I can't believe you trusted someone like that to serve our guests. Can you imagine her arguing with a politician? Who in the world does that?" Pat tried to speak. "Ma, I didn't." Rebecca raised a hand. "Don't speak, just listen." Then came the list. "Do you remember, Pat, when you brought that DJ who couldn't even play proper music?" Pat didn't reply. "And that time you booked a flight late and I missed a client meeting in Abuja?" Still, Pat said nothing. "Oh, let's not forget when you were seen eating pop-off at an event before the guests were served. You have a habit of embarrassing me. How did I make you my secretary? How did I make you?" The team sat quietly. No one said a word. Pat looked down at her notepad. This wasn't new. She was used to being blamed. Later that week, Rebecca arrived early at the office. She walked into the hallway and saw the cleaner mopping the floor. When she touched the door handle, it felt sticky. She pulled out a wipe from her bag, cleaned it and showed the wipe to the cleaner. "This is dirty. This is really dirty. What have you been doing all day?" "Ma, I've been cleaning." "Will you shut up?" The cleaner didn't know what else to say. Rebecca raised her voice a little. "You know what the problem is? You are not used to places like this. Luxury is not for everyone. The soft life is not for everyone. I'm sure you are very used to poverty and it suits you right." She pointed at the handle again. "If you can't clean properly, for God's sake, there are people out there who are looking for this job. Do it well or leave." The cleaner nodded and continued cleaning with shaking hands. That weekend, Rebecca went to the mall to buy some clothes. She was walking past the children's section when a little girl ran up to her and shouted, "Mommy, Mommy!" Rebecca stopped. The girl hugged her legs tightly. For a second, Rebecca froze. She slowly bent down and hugged the girl back. Then a woman came running. Her voice panicked. "Oh, madam, I'm so sorry. That's my daughter. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Rebecca smiled softly. "No, it's okay. She's just a child." She gave the girl back to her mother and walked to her car. Then as she sat in the driver's seat, her eyes filled with tears. When she got home, she sat quietly in the room. Timmy saw her and asked, "Baby, what's wrong?" Rebecca wiped her eyes. "Well, a little girl called me mommy today. I don't know why, but it shook me. I don't know. I don't, Timmy. I don't know what to do. He hurt me so much, and when the mom came to carry her, I really felt so bad because I wish that she was my child. I wish I bore her. Timmy, why is God punishing us? Why? What have we done wrong? Have we not sown enough seed? The last time there was a building project in church, we gave. The last time there was going to be an orphanage outing, we gave more than ₦1,000,000. Why is God not helping us? What exactly does he want from us? What have we not done? We have prayed, we have fasted, we've sown seed into the pastor's ministry, we've sown seed into the pastor's life, we've sent their children to school. Exactly what does God want from us? Timmy, tell me. Timmy came closer. No, do not say that. God is not punishing us. She looked at him, her eyes tired. Then when? When will it be our turn? It's been 6 years. 6 years. Your parents are already on my neck. My parents are on my neck. I don't even know what to say. Timmy held her hand. Baby, I promise you in God's time. In God's time. We are not forgotten. Have you forgotten what God did in the Bible for Abraham, even though they were 99 years old, and Sarah, even though she was old? Yes, she gave birth. Please, I'm not Abraham, I'm not Sarah. Please, let God answer now. Let God answer now. I know how you feel. But just calm down, okay? Just calm down. Rebecca nodded, but deep inside, she wasn't sure anymore. She just wanted to hold her own child. And every day that passed, the waiting got heavier. Rebecca traveled to Paris for a business trip. She had traveled to buy new decor items for an upcoming high-profile event. Our clients were rich. They wanted something big, something classy. So she flew abroad to shop. That morning, she called her best friend Sade on FaceTime. Sade, guess what? I'm in Paris, she said, holding her phone. Sade smiled. Please, lest I forget. Please help me buy baby things for my twins. You know I trust your eye. You have eye for details. That's why you're my best friend. Rebecca laughed lightly and nodded. No problem. That's why I'm your friend, right? Later that day, she entered a big shopping mall. She picked up cute baby clothes, little shoes, socks, feeding bottles, beeps with animal print. She also added some toys. As she got to the counter to pay, the cashier smiled at her. You must have many kids, madam, the woman said. These things are beautiful. I'm sure your children will love them. Rebecca froze. Her hand stopped mid-air. She looked at the cashier and tried to smile, but her eyes said something else. No, I don't have kids, she said softly. Oh, I'm really sorry. Oh, maybe you're shopping for someone else. Rebecca gave a small nod and quickly took her bags. She didn't say another word. That night, she and Timmy stayed in an hotel. Timmy had a business meeting earlier that day, so they decided to stay together before flying home. Around 2 a.m., Timmy was asleep when Rebecca sat up in bed. She couldn't sleep. She went to the bathroom, washed her face, and knelt down beside the bed. Tears rolled down her cheeks. God, she whispered, why? Why are you tormenting me? Why don't you give me a child? What have I done to you? What have I done exactly? Every day you say your word that the thought you have for me are thought of good and not of evil. But this is evil. This is evil. She cried harder. I've prayed. I've fasted. I've done everything. Why are you so silent? Do you hate me that much? Don't you see me? People call me madam, mommy, and you say nothing. Why are you like this? As she cried, something strange happened. Everything around her became quiet. She found herself in a different place. A white room, very bright like heaven. She was standing before a huge throne. God sat on the throne. His presence was heavy but peaceful. God was holding a golden basket. Inside the basket was a small baby wrapped in white. Rebecca stepped forward to take it, but the devil raised his hand. No. She doesn't deserve it, the devil shouted. God, you are holy. You do not reward evil. Look at what she has done. Then the devil let out a scroll and began to list out all the things that Rebecca has done. She slapped her staff. She embarrassed Pat when her daughter was sick. She insulted a cleaner. She destroyed someone else's company just to win. And that is not all. She has been doing this for years. She mocks people who have nothing. She has no heart. You are a holy God. Therefore, she deserves not to have this baby. Rebecca knelt. Please forgive me. I didn't know. You knew, the devil said. But you didn't care. You don't deserve that baby. Rebecca wept loudly. God, I'm sorry. Please give me another chance. And then she woke up, sweating, shaking, crying. Timmy jumped up. Rebecca, what is wrong? What is it? She told him everything. The dream, the cut, the devil, the basket. Timmy sat beside her listening. He sighed deeply. Rebecca, thank God. I have been praying for this day. Have you forgotten that the devil is the accuser of the brethren? Do you think you can receive from God when the devil knows that your heart is not pure? In the courts of God, only God's principle prevails. Rebecca looked away. Your behavior has not been right. You slap people. Oh, you thought I do not know about it. You shame them. You act like the whole world belongs to you. Oh, 2 nights ago you embarrassed me at a restaurant because I was talking about how I tried to fix something in the house, and then you said that I should leave it for those who are the professionals. How could you do that to me, your husband? How could you embarrass me like that before our friends? She cried. I didn't know. I thought I was just being principled. Yes, you can be principled, but you don't have to be mean. You can be principled, but yet have sympathy for others. You're not the only one who went to Lagos Business School. What is it? Every day you keep embarrassing people, and I keep trying to tell you, but you will not listen. You will always shut me up. Well, God, thank you. Thank you. Because if I was the one who had the dream, you wouldn't have listened. Maybe this will give you a change of heart. They held their hands together and prayed. 2 days later, Rebecca surprised everyone. She held a Zoom staff meeting. When all the faces appeared on the screen, she smiled softly. Hello everyone. I would like to apologize for what I did the last time and how I spoke to Pat. The screen was silent. Pat, I was wrong to talk to you that way. And to the rest of you, I'm sorry. I know that you're all doing your best and you're not perfect. But whatever it will take to build this company, even if I have to bring in other people to teach us what to do and to train us to become better in this field, I promise to do that. And besides, it's been long we had someone coming to update us on all the things we need to know. I'm really sorry. Some of the staff looked shocked. Pat didn't speak. She just nodded. But in the private chat, messages flew. Is she sick? Maybe she's dying. This one shocked me. But Rebecca didn't mind. She just wanted to start again, this time from the inside out. The sun was just going down when Rebecca opened the door and stepped into the house. She looked tired but calm. She dropped her bag and walked into the dining area. The table was empty. She paused. In the past, she would have shouted, maybe even called the maid useless or say something about her poor background. But today, she just stood quietly. Just then, the maid came rushing out of the kitchen, carrying a small tray. Ma, please, I'm very sorry. Welcome, ma. The maid said, already shaking. There was traffic at the market. The woman I usually buy things from came late, and Rebecca raised her hand gently. It's fine, she said softly. The maid froze. She blinked. Ma, sorry, are you talking to me? Yes, I said it's okay. How many minutes will it take? About 20 or 30 minutes, ma. No problem. Take your time, Rebecca said. The maid just stood there still confused. Ma, sorry, I'm not trying to argue with you. But are you sure? Ma, are you okay? I'm okay, Rebecca replied, walking to her room. The girl looked around like someone waiting for a hidden camera crew to jump out. She wasn't the only one who noticed the change. Rebecca started talking gently to people. One time, she called her blog manager and said, please, Tade, take the blog down. Ma, this blog is making us good money. I don't want it again. I've used it to destroy too many people. I don't want it anymore. Please delete it. You know I can find out if you have not. She dropped the call. That blog had been her secret weapon, but not anymore. One afternoon, Timmy came back home from work. She sat in the living room, scrolling through his phone. Rebecca walked in and asked, babe, have you sent the money to that family you told me about? The one from church? No, I haven't. I was thinking about it. Maybe I'll do it later today. No. I can send it. Just send me the account details. Really? Babe, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I just want to help. Wow, I like this new you. She smiled too. Not the proud smile she used to wear. This one was quiet and peaceful. Little by little, Rebecca became someone new. She still liked things to be neat. She still wanted her company to be the best. But she had changed. She studied her Bible, prayed and fellowshiped with other women who encouraged her. A year later, Rebecca took a pregnancy test in the bathroom and called Timmy to show him. Timmy stared at it. She stared at it. Neither of them spoke. 9 months later, Rebecca gave birth to a baby boy. And for the first time in 7 years, the baby's room was no longer empty. If you enjoyed this story, please click the next video showing on your screen, and don't forget, most importantly, to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It is completely free. And if you would like to start a 6-figure African folktale channel, the link is in the description below. It is going to blow your mind. So I will see you in the next video showing on your screen. Thank you and God bless you.